Hi guys, here's a quick demonstration of two things that I'm playing around with at the moment actually. It's a bit of an experimental stage, but it's looking pretty good, so I just thought I'd display what I'm up to at the moment. So, excuse my sore throat, I'm feeling kind of rough today, man flu. Anyway, on the desk here you'll see mounted to this metal plate, you've got these LED strip lights you can buy on eBay. These are the cheap ones, which are the white strip lights, where you cut them down into little sections of 3, and I buy it in like 5 metre strips or so for about £4 or something, really cheap. Anyway, what I've done with that is I've mounted it onto this aluminium plate because I had an aluminium plate. I thought I would. So I've fed it with a 12 volt feed here. Excuse me, I keep turning away from the microphone to look up at the camera. Hello, camera. So this, I'm feeding it with 12 volts. In fact, yeah, at the moment, yeah, it's 12 volts it's being fed from. Currently switched off, but you'll notice as well there's this little white thing. LED controller. It says on it 5 to 24 volts input, LED output. Peak current 12 amps. LED controller with RF remote control. Radio remote control. Radio receiver. Dimmer switch. Interesting. Anyway, so 5 metre strip that cost me about £5, something like that. Radio remote control dimmer switch cost me £2. Okay, interesting. So what does it do? Well, firstly, I'll just switch the lights on using the remote control. Ignore the little bit that's missing there. That's me, I managed to break one of the LEDs. Never bothered fixing it. It's a test system. Leave me alone, okay? Anyway, so I think you can still see what's going on there. I've got another LED bank up on top of the camera there. Got a CN126 up there lighting down, just to give us some front light. So I think that balance looks sort of fair enough. Anyway, okay. So the remote control, on, or off in this instance. On, off, on. No problem. There's a button marked light, which puts it back into normal light mode, rather than fancy, weird and wonderful mode. We've got brightness buttons beside it. Brightness up, doing nothing, because it's already on maximum brightness. Brightness down, hold it down, and yeah, it goes down. You'll notice that the light is flickering here. I'll turn down the light that's on top of the camera so you can see a bit more. So, yeah, the light flickers. Pulse width modulated. It's flickering quite fast, very low duty cycle there. If I turn the brightness up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... something like about 16 levels. I can't honestly remember what it is, but it's something like that. On full brightness, it's constant light. Anywhere else, it's pulse width modulated. So if you're shooting video, you're likely to start getting some interference, like so. Not really a problem if you're just using it for dimmer light in your house or something. Anyway, so back to this. Turn the brightness back to maximum. Down below the turn up the front light as well. Why not? We might as well be able to see what we're actually doing. Right, there you go. It's bright in here, guys. You know, it's like... yeah, it's bright in here. So, down below the light button, the bright and the bright minus, there's one that says 100%. Okay, 100%. There's one that says 50%. Okay, 50%. There's one that says 25%. 25%. I'm not sure how accurate the percentages are, but, you know, 100, 50, oops, 100, 25, can't read what I'm doing, 100, 50, 25, 100, 25, 50, seems to work fine. Back to 100. Down below that, there's a cross-off mode up and down, speed up and down. This is where things get interesting, actually, and more so for video. I'm thinking of examples like special effects, simulating police cars approaching, things like that for video projects. Yeah, let's see what happens. So I'm going to press mode, and it goes into flashy mode. It's currently flashing about half on, half off, about a 50% duty cycle. Yeah, quite bright. I'll turn down the LED on top of the camera again just so we get a bit more contrast. Right, there you go. So you can see flashy. We do have a speed control, so I can speed it up ridiculous and probably scare my neighbours. Take it down 1 step, take it down 2 steps, take it down 3, 4, 5. I think it's still changing. 6. No, I think I've run out of speed. No, actually, it is still changing. I'll press it half a dozen times. So that's probably as slow as it goes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Probably 16 levels of speed again. Something like, anyway. Don't honestly know. Don't really overly care, to be honest. But that's a standard 50% on-off. I'll just press mode up once more. And I'll press mode up once more. Thank you. The remote control doesn't always seem to respond quite perfectly, but it's pretty close. It's fine. Anyway, so hopefully this is getting picked up on video, but it's basically going through a duty cycle. It's going from ramping it from pretty much 0 to full power. Again, can choose the speed, so really fast. And really slow. So, yeah, interesting itself, but not really good for video or anything yet. So we'll go up to the next mode. So this time it's ramping up from 0, let's say, doing a little flicker, and then it goes out, down to 0, back up, ramping up, flicker, hold, and out again. So, slightly more interesting pattern. Let me just speed that up a tad. It's looking a bit more interesting as an effect. Still not doing anything spectacular though. So let me go up to the next mode. So I'll slow this one down a bit because it is quite a fast pulse. Right, so this is, I don't know what it is, about 10% on full brightness. Something like that, isn't it? So it's on infrequently at full tilt. So I'll slow it way down. So on, full brightness, off. So it's probably about a 10% ratio on. Interesting. Next mode, if I press a button, hello, do something. Don't know if it's responded. Try again. There we go. Okay. So we're in another pattern here, which is doing what? 50% duty cycle, 4 or so flashes, and then off for a while. So that's interesting in itself. I'll just speed this pattern way up again. So it's more eye-catching. Starting to look more like what you would consider a police light or something. So if you had this flashing in someone's face outdoors at night, it may look like a police light coming. Especially if you colour it blue. That would be kind of handy. At least in the UK. In America, colour it whatever colour you want. You're weird over there. Yellow, blue, red, white. Make up your mind. Next colour. Next sequence. This is the one I prefer as a police light. There's like 4, 5, 6 slow flashes, followed by a rapid sequence, followed by a little bit of off. Let me slow it way down. So, on, and on, and oh my goodness, and we're flashing 3 or 4 times fast, and then we're going out. This is more appealing towards a pattern that you'd see on a typical UK police car at the moment. Some of the new ones are doing something more like this. They're not, it's not perfect, but if you had 2 of these that were running slightly out of sequence, you'd probably get a better idea as to what's going on as far as a police looking light goes. Wish this cough would go away. It's driving me nuts. So the next sequence, I pressed the button and we've now got quite a lot of off with a bit of on. So it looks like it's back to that 10% sort of thing. So we've now got a sequence that's basically starts bright and goes dim. So it's ramping that way. And we've got one that's ramping back up again. And now we've got another one that could look sort of police-like. You might not be able to catch what it's doing on video there. Let me just slow it way down. You might be able to see it a little bit easier. So it's off. It's coming up in like 5-6 stages of brightness from off. And then it goes up to maybe about 30-40%, and then it flashes 3 or 4 brights. So it's another interesting sequence. If you run one of these as a police light, followed by one of the other sequences as a police light, you might get an interesting effect. Anyway, the next mode, if I press the button again, as I say, the remote control's far from perfect. Seems to do a decent enough job though. I mean, it's probably 90% hit, and that's good enough for what this is. Looks like we just got a permanent on. We'll just move it to the next one, and I think we're back to 50% on, 50% off. You know, let me just put this back to something reasonable. Right, 25% and brightness down, 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 down. Right, so we're down about 10% or something. Look, I mean, look at what we've got here, okay? I'll just turn that brightness up. Jesus, it's bright in here again. So, we've got an LED panel here that I created for about 3-4 quid. Don't know, 5 quid. I've got a light controller to do special effects and flashing and brightness and dimming. Not so much dimming for video because obviously it's PWM, so you'll see it flicker. I've got what is effectively a 10-watt LED panel that I can control brightness on, that I can control speed of flicker. It's cool. I really like what I've got for the 7 quid or something. A perfect addition to a video system. Throw a bit of blue gel over the top of this. Job done. A DIY police, ambulance, fire brigade. Unless you're in America where they make up weird and wonderful colours, then just do whatever you want because they're just crazy over there. Hello, America. How you doing over there? Yeah. Right, rant. Going away. How long have I been doing this? Don't know, just jumped into another file, so probably about 14 minutes. Time for me to shut up. Look, if you like this video, you know, down thereabouts, subscribe, like, down there. Go and just press that. Even if you just like, dislike, or favourite, not favourite, or follow, not follow. Anything, just to let me know that, hey, you were here, and hey, you thought this was cool. So press that button once, please. Or you could press it twice. Subscribe, like, do all that sort of stuff. I'm out of here. Time to wake up my computer again. I'll stop recording some audio. Time to reach over to the camera and stop recording video. That'll do. Have fun. Cheerio now.